the image of God, I can function as God. So when you make statements like, greater is he that is in me, that greater is he that's in you, because he's the first fruits. He governs, and because he is governing, it sets the pattern. So here's what it is.
You got to get to a place where you start looking at your circumstances and saying the word of God is greater than anything that I can go through. Stop looking at your situation like I'm having a hard time and nobody knows what I'm going through and they don't like me. Get over it.
Sometimes the pressures of life, the aggravation and frustration that we must deal with as believers, sometimes it will shake us just a little bit, and we have to be certain that God is working on our behalf.
It is my turn. It is my season. It is my time. It is my turn. It is my season. I will dance. I will rejoice because it is my season. God said to you, wipe them off. Wipe off Amalekites. If you don't wipe them off, they will rise again. If you don't wipe them off, they will wait in the future. If you don't wipe them off, they will wait before your breakthrough. If you don't wipe them off, they will challenge your children. Wipe up the Amalekites. Wipe up the contenders.
Who is that elect woman? Is one that is chosen by God for a specific purpose.
You are not a God created by human hands. You are not a God dependent on any mortal man. You are not a God in need of anything we can live by your plan. That's just the way it is. Come on, can you lift up your voice tonight and declare, you are God alone. From before time began. You are on your throne. You are on your throne. You are God alone. You are God alone. And right now, in the good times and bad.
Do you know that when the Hebrew children were asked to go to Jericho, Jericho was already afraid of them. Jericho was already afraid of them. Jericho heard that they were coming and began to lock up their gate with tight security. Jericho was already afraid of them. Jericho knew that if these people invade their territory, that they will be finished. And listen to this. Jericho had what they need for their next level. Jericho was where everything that will announce them, what will make their enemy around the region to bow before them, was when they defeated Jericho. Without the defeat of Jericho, Amalekites were still ravaging. They knew, every neighboring country or city knew that the Israelites were very mighty in the land, but the Israelites themselves were afraid. How do we enter Jericho? We were like grasshoppers before them. Who told you so? Who told you that this your size is what the devil is? No, the devil is afraid of your ability. The devil is afraid of the deposit that is inside you. That thing that God has given to you, that when you speak, grace, or you know when you speak, there's this unusual grace that comes out. One thing I don't like about anybody that is down is to be down and talk down. Yes. You can't be down and talk down. You must be talking according to your purpose, not according to your status on earth. Your status on earth has nothing to do with the person you are in the spiritual realm. Woo! In the spiritual realm, you are mighty. The God that is standing with you is like a mighty, terrible. Do you know the sound of God? Do you know the sound of his voice? Do you know who my father is? When I'm boasting about him, I beat my chest. If my daddy shows up, he will wipe your entire clan in a minute. Don't joke with me. You can't mess with a person like me. I know whose I am. Jericho, the fence was high. The city was fortified. The security was tight. There's no one that came out or went in. The gate was shut. And yet God said to them, when you approach Jericho, when you approach this city that looks mightier than you, don't fight it with weapons. Don't fight it complaining. Don't fight this city confronting you with head knowledge. Do you know what he asked you to fight it with? Trust. Trust. Fight this city with trust. Fight it. You can only praise when there is trust. You can't praise a man you don't trust. Otherwise, you'll be flattering him. You can only approach this city with trust in your mind, with praise in your tongue. As you go near the city is going to be fearful. The city is going to look intimidating. The city is going to look like no way in, no way out. But when you get to the city, put your trust in God. Keep singing, keep shouting, keep praising, keep singing, keep shouting, keep praising. And he asked them to do it. Do it 7 times, 7 nights, 7 days, 7 times. Keep shouting, keep praising, keep trusting. He said, before you know it, I by my own hand will help you push the wall of the city down. The people of the city were already terrified. The people of the land know that the Hebrew children are not people to mess with. You know why they were afraid of them? Their God fights for them. Tell your neighbor, your God will fight for you. That person didn't hear you. Look for a smiling face and tell him or her. Tell somebody else, your God will fight for you. 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 In the name of Jesus. If you can see it, if you can think it, it must happen. Now let me tell you one major principle. Don't share it. Don't look for any man's opinion. Do not seek for approval. You know why we're limited? We want approval. 50 years you've lived half of your life and you're still waiting for affirmation of a man, for any man to tell you that you're good or that you're right and wrong. At 50, every decision is going to come from your inside. You're going to live your life as designed by God, not by affirmation of man. Not by any man giving you what? Order? No. 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 At 50, you do not need anybody to tell you, don't do that. Do that. No. Obey the word of God. You must respect people, but you no longer do things to please people. I want you, when you get home today, to take a picture. A picture of you today. Do another posing of a picture of you 2020. I want you to look like where you are going, how you look when you get there, what you are anticipating to have. Listen, the law of attraction, like we know it, is that you can only attract what you celebrate. Only what you celebrate. And under no condition, under no circumstance, will you walk and show people that I'm down, I'm in need, I don't have. Stop it. You can't do that anymore. Dress better when you don't have. Talk with power when you don't have. Show forth and show good even when you don't have. And then make sure that because you don't have it now does not mean you will not have it tomorrow. Keep behaving it. Very soon it shall manifest.
In the image of God, I can function as God. So when you make statements like greater is he that is in me, that greater is he that's in you, because he's the first fruits. He governs, and because he is governing, it sets the pattern. So here's what it is.
You got to get to a place where you start looking at your circumstances and saying the word of God is greater than anything that I can go through. Stop looking at your situation like I'm having a hard time and nobody knows what I'm going through and they don't like me. Get over it.
Sometimes the pressures of life, the aggravation and frustration that we must deal with as believers, sometimes it will shake us just a little bit, and we have to be certain that God is working on our behalf.
It is my turn. It is my season. It is my time. It is my turn. It is my season. I will dance. I will rejoice because it is my season. God said to you, wipe them off. Wipe off Amalekites. If you don't wipe them off, they will rise again. If you don't wipe them off, they will wait in the future. If you don't wipe them off, they will wait before your breakthrough. If you don't wipe them off, they will challenge your children. Wipe up the Amalekites. Wipe up the contenders.
Who is that elect woman? Is one that is chosen by God for a specific purpose.
You and